Most people think of technology as coming from Silicon Valley, Beijing, or Berlin. These are the places we hear about in the news when we talk about innovation. But here's the thing, the next wave of global tech powerhouses might not come from the usual suspects. It might be quietly rising on a continent that the world often underestimates. A place full of innovators solving real-world problems in ways the world hasn't seen yet. Today, we're talking about Africa's silent innovators, the startups, the visionaries, the people quietly shaping the future of technology. By the end of this video, you'll see why the next big tech revolution could very well come from Africa. First, let's get a sense of Africa's tech landscape. This is a continent that is often overlooked when we talk about innovation, but the reality is very different. Africa has over 1.4 billion people, and most of them young, energetic, curious, and increasingly connected. Smartphones are everywhere. Technology isn't just being used here, it's being created. From mobile banking to AI-driven agriculture, from health tech to green energy solutions, Africa is quietly building the future. And the most fascinating part, much of it happens under the radar, out of the global spotlight. Take Nairobi, Kenya, for example. Known as the Silicon Savannah, it's famous for M-Pesa, the mobile money platform that completely changed how people handle payments. But Nairobi is not stopping there. Startups are sprouting in fintech, health tech, and agriculture, creating solutions that other countries in Africa are now following. Then there's Lagos, Nigeria, a city that moves fast. It's home to fintech giants like Flutterwave and Paystack, but also a growing hub for AI and e-commerce innovations. The city hums with energy, and the ideas coming out of Lagos are already attracting global attention. In South Africa, cities like Cape Town and Johannesburg are leading in SaaS, AI, robotics, and green tech. What's remarkable is that these innovations aren't just for South Africa, they're scalable and ready for the world. Cairo, Egypt, meanwhile, has become a center for ICT, AI, and fintech startups, bridging North Africa and the Middle East. And then there's Kigali, Rwanda, small, yes, but powerful. The government has made innovation a priority, supporting smart city projects and digital infrastructure. Kigali shows that you don't need a massive population to have a massive impact. Africa is not just adopting technology, it's innovating across key sectors that matter. Fintech, for example, has exploded here. Millions of people now manage their money, pay bills, and even access loans on their phones, all thanks to mobile platforms like M-Pesa and Flutterwave. Agriculture is being transformed too. AI and IoT solutions help farmers track crops, reduce waste, and increase yields. Companies like Twiga Foods in Kenya and Aerobotics in South Africa are turning farming into a tech-powered business, solving problems and creating opportunities at the same time. Healthcare and education are also being reshaped. Telemedicine platforms and online learning tools like Helium Health in Nigeria are digitizing hospital records and providing services to people who might never have had access before. And on top of that, AI and software development are on the rise. Talented engineers are creating solutions for finance, logistics, agriculture, and healthcare, solutions designed locally but with global potential. So why could Africa become a tech powerhouse? The answer is simple, it's because of her people. Young, creative, adaptable, and incredibly resourceful. They've leapfrogged old infrastructure, going straight to mobile-first digital solutions. Necessity drives invention here. When resources are limited, innovation finds a way. And governments and private investors are finally catching on, supporting startups, creating hubs, and nurturing talent. The most exciting part? The silent innovators, the people quietly building solutions with real impact. They're not chasing hype, they're solving problems, designing mobile-first solutions for the unbanked, using AI for agriculture and healthcare. Tackling problems the rest of the world ignores. They remind you of the early days of Silicon Valley, quietly laying the groundwork for something huge. And some of these underdogs, they could become the next unicorns, surprising the world when no one is looking. The next tech revolution may not come from Silicon Valley or Shenzhen. It might come from Nairobi, Lagos, or Kigali. From fintech in Kenya to AI in Nigeria to green tech in South Africa, Africa's silent innovators are quietly shaping a new global tech landscape. The continent is no longer a bystander in global innovation. It is actively writing the next chapter. The world may not be paying attention yet, but soon it will have no choice. Africa's story is still being written, and it's one full of creativity, ingenuity, and relentless determination. The silent innovators are the ones shaping the future, and their impact will be felt far beyond the continent's borders.